welcome back to In Bed with Dan Rosen, the show that gives you all the best gossip on your favourite pole stars from around the world. Today's guest is the IPC champion 2013 and the notorious crazy cat lady of the pole industry. Please welcome to my bed, Natasha Wang. Yay! And she has her eye mask ready. Hop in, my love. Get inside. Yes, you have to get in the bed. Nice. Comfy?
Yes.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you.
I love your speaker voice.
Thank you.
It's very professional.
My British, very British voice. Yeah. Everyone makes comments about how British I sound when I do this little introduction, but how long have you been in Vegas for? How long have you been?
I arrived yesterday.
Okay, cool. And this is your third or fourth expo?
Third.
Third expo. And do you, is it something that you're going to try and do every year now?
Yeah, for sure.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, and it's so close from LA. I mean, it's like a 35, 40-minute flight, you know? It's like...
And, of course, because you're in LA, so it's really easy to get here. Does some people drive it?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I'm sure, some of the people from, Sergio's place drive it, right?
Oh, yeah. It's for Angelinos, this is like the road trip destination. It's like 4 hours.
Oh, so people just drive here for the fun, for the funsies. How long does it take to drive here?
I think like 4 or 5 hours.
Cool. So for the people who are watching at home, we are at Pole Expo, the best expo ever. I love it here. I have so much fun. It's in Vegas, so everyone has fun when they're here. Do you love Vegas anyway? Have you been to Vegas just on holiday, or?
I have. When I was younger in my party days.
Cool.
Yeah,
but now
definitely
it's just for
experienced.
work.
Now it's just for work, and yeah, but I love Vegas.
It's
cool. It's a
here.
very interesting place.
And what have you been up to recently? Have you been doing anything really cool recently?
I've been doing the same amount of traveling I've always been doing, which is a lot. So I was in Costa Rica last week, and then 2 weeks ago I was in Hong Kong.
Amazing.
And just traveling a lot. I launched a new company with a partner, Arlo Arreston. And we
So
just
what's
launched.
the company?
So we just launched our Kickstarter yesterday. Wait, this is not the plug part yet.
No, true.
So
We are going to
say
we can save it for later. I'm happy to save it for later.
Yeah, let's save it for later.
Okay.
And it's a really cool project, so we'll talk about it.
Okay, we're going to talk about, we have a section later and we're going to talk lots about that. So, tell me a little bit about Natasha Wang's pole journey and where it began, and if you had any sort of background, because I know lots of people like to know. Do you have some sort of background? And we're not going to go deep in depth with it because I know loads of people probably ask you this question, but I know people like to know sort of what you did beginning.
Yeah.
Did you do any gymnastics or anything?
No, I didn't do anything before. So I started around 29.
Okay.
I was working as a publicist in Los Angeles and just sitting at a desk all day and not getting any sort of exercise. A girlfriend wanted to take an intro class at S Factor, and so dragged me along. But yeah, before I did pole, I think I made a decision, a very conscious decision, when I was 17 years old to never exercise again, because I had a really traumatizing experience on the volleyball team.
Okay.
And in the US we have this term called bench warmer, which means that you never get to have any game time.
Yeah,
so I would warm the bench.
I watched a show, a movie called Bad Mums. Have you heard it?
Yes, I've heard it.
It's like a new movie that's out, and her daughter gets put as a bench warmer, and it's traumatizing. I didn't really get it.
Yeah,
so is that a really bad thing?
Well, that means you're so bad that you never get any game time, because every time that they put you in the game, you end up fucking it up. So that was me.
So that was you.
Yeah, and so I played volleyball in junior high and high school. I was I had just really serious anxiety when it came to actually playing the game. When I was doing practice, I was always, I had really good upper body strength.
So it wasn't that you didn't want to, you just got real bad anxiety?
I just got really bad anxiety, and I would break down. The ball would come towards me, and it would land right here, and I'd be like, ugh, seconds out. My reflexes were really bad. And so I would get in my head, and then I never got any game time, and then I finally told my coach that I wanted to focus on violin instead.
That's cool.
I'm Chinese, so super nerdy, so I did sports and played in the orchestra. So I said, yeah, I'm just going to focus on playing orchestra, and my coach was like, clean out your locker, see you later.
Oh no.
I actually have reoccurring dreams to this day about missing a serve in volleyball, and missing, when I get super anxious about life kind of falling apart.
And do you get that anxiety in any way for pole comps?
Well, that's exactly it. So a lot of times I'll have this dream before a pole competition, because I think, as a pole competitor, as a pole dancer, there's always that thing in the back of your head,
What if this happens?
What if this what if all of a sudden I forget how to do something? You know, like it just leaves your mind. Because some things like you have to have quick reflexes to do.
Yeah.
And you know, you know
And
how
you
it is.
forget,
Yeah,
yeah.
you forget. Like you do one thing wrong and it all falls apart. So I have.
And then you forget one thing, and then you have to try and find where you are in your music, and it's like, oh, and then it all goes downhill from there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And trying to style that out is an art, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, how many competitions have you done? Like, have you done quite a lot?
There was
More
a
than
period when
10?
I was no. There was a period. Well, actually.
I was gonna say, maybe you have.
So California 2009, then USPDF West Coast, then California again, then USPDF West Coast, USPDF Nationals, East Meets West, the Pole World Cup in Brazil, IPC 3 times, and Polar twice.
See?
12.
Wow. That's it, but it flies by, right? So you don't really realise that you're doing it.
No,
I wouldn't even, I dread to even think how many competitions I've done. But do you do them because obviously it's part of your career, or do you do them for any particular reason for you? Fitness, like because you want to keep yourself like at a certain level? What's the reasons?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think I mean, in the beginning, when I first started competing, it was very different because there weren't a lot of competitions.
Sure.
And so, like, in order to be selected was, like, this major accomplishment because...
Which comp was that? Which one was your first?
My first one was California Pole Dance Championships.
Does that even happen anymore?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, it's the one that Angel does. Do you know Angel?
I know of the name. What's her name on Facebook?
Angel, it will... Her name on Facebook was Angel Dust, but you know how like Facebook.
And then so Angel Dust rings a bell.
Braithwaite.
Oh.
So it's a little bit harder to pronounce.
Yeah.
But
Angel Dust is way easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I must have her on my Facebook because I've not seen Angel Dust come up in a while, so that must be why.
Yeah.
I've probably deleted. I think, who is this random person? Delete.
Yeah. So
How
she does
funny.
the California Pole Dance Championships. She does the North American Pole Napa.
Which is the competition that has the glittery background?
That's Napa.
That's Napa,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Because is this the one that like Nadia Sheriff has competed in that competition?
Yes.
I always remember that background.
Yeah, so
Such
the winners
a
of
memorable
California,
background.
so I forget the person who won the first year. That's really bad.
I guess you're not
Anyways.
expected to remember all of them.
But second year I won. Third year was Nadia.
Cool.
Oh no, third year was Phoenix Kazri, and then Nadia.
Nadia, yeah. I was gonna say,
And then
so I remember
Sasha
she tried.
Lee.
Yeah. So it's had some really big people like win who have gone on to do some amazing things. And do you think that competing obviously has helped really contribute to your like pole career a lot? Because we were talking in some other of the interviews, and we were talking about how there's so many comps now, it's starting to devalue the wins in a weird way, to the point where a lot of the pole stars who are travelling and teaching, they aren't necessarily winners of competitions anymore. They're just people that have been very good at publicising themselves as great teachers on social media, which I think is great actually. But it's funny how times have changed, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think especially because like now pole has gone at this completely different level.
Amazing.
That once you've solidified your career as a teacher and you travel a lot, you don't really get the training time that you would get when you first started out and were really hungry to learn.
Yeah.
So, you know, the competitions now, like, they're so dominated by all these crazy rhythmic gymnasts and contortionists and acrobats. Yeah. And
Go
Russians.
away.
Damn Russians.
Damn those Russians. Why are they so amazing? We were talking about how amazing people like Olga Trifonova are and these crazy kids.
But a lot of amazing talent coming out of China too.
Yes, and you know what we were talking, I was talking today, not in his interview, but just off camera about a guy called China Pole Jeremy. Do you follow him?
I love him.
And
he gave me this lipstick that I'm wearing.
No way!
Yeah, like
and he,
last week, 2 weeks ago, he gave it to me.
He is just so nice.
He's so sweet. He's so talented.
And that's because obviously like Instagram didn't allow certain parts of China to go onto Instagram and stuff, so he wasn't on there. But
for Instagram, I know Facebook
and
they're not allowed.
because I remember Kihong mentioning
but
it.
I think Instagram they can.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe you're right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you about like your partner who you've been with for a long time. How long have you guys been together for?
16 years.
16 years, and is he like totally supportive of the whole pole thing?
Oh, absolutely.
So you actually were with him way before pole. Oh, that's cool. And is he in any way into like fitness or anything, or is he nothing to do with the fitness industry at all?
He does some yoga.
Okay.
Every once in a while, but no,
he doesn't work in fitness or anything.
No, he's a musician. He's a DJ. So
cool.
we have completely different schedules. So he starts his day like around noon and finishes up around like 4 or 5 a.m. You know, because he's at this music studio.
Sure.
Doing music stuff.
What sort of DJing does he do? What sort of music?
Electronic music, like house and disco and
wow,
techno.
like proper clubbing type music?
Proper clubbing, yeah.
Amazing.
Clubbing.
And does he travel doing that? Or?
Yeah, he used to travel a lot. So he would actually go to the UK quite a bit. But now he's like mostly just in the studio producing music and
that's so cool. And he loves his job, I assume?
He does.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And it's good that you both really love your jobs and stuff. And does it make it a little bit better for you both? Because obviously you're probably away from each other for quite a lot, I assume.
It can be tricky. We try to travel together as much as we can.
Well, that's really lucky that you can do that, I guess, isn't it? So that's really cool. That's really lucky that you have a boyfriend who's so, well, a partner
he's amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool. So, what is sort of like next up for you in terms of competitions? Do you think that you will do any other competitions, or are you going to have a little break from those?
Well, I've had a break since IPC in November in Hong Kong. I think I was told that there might be an IPC in 2017, which I will definitely do. Like I will always do that.
Is it a good comp?
It's a really good comp, and I just like the people involved, and you know I just have a soft spot because it's always in Asia. And it brings a lot of like the Asian and Australian talent. And, yeah, I just.
And a lot of your friends, obviously, who you're very friendly with, enter it, don't they?
Yeah,
so you can see a lot of your friends over there.
And it was
so it kind of brings everyone together.
Exactly. It was one of the first international competitions that I was like, oh my god, I really want to get into it, and then I won it in 2013, and so of course like I have a soft spot for it. But you know, I'm 40 now, so like I'm getting a little old for
getting old.
a little bit.
So
but maybe I'll do masters.
Do you find like you're saying like you feel like you're getting old? Are you finding that your body is starting to struggle with training or anything? Well, there you go. So you're not getting old.
But I'm much more cautious.
Because you're worried about injuring yourself now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still don't really get any injuries or anything? That's good.
I get little strains here and there.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm maybe overly cautious, so I know my physical limitations and I don't go beyond them because.
Do you do anything like injury prevention? Anything like to prevent injury?
I cross train a lot.
Okay. That's cool. So you do lots of other styles of fitness to try and make sure that your body's like nice and well-rounded and stuff. That's good. Yeah. And what would you recommend to people at home who want to do similar to you and try and make sure that they're looking after their body in that sort of way? What fitness style would you tell them to go for outside of pole?
Well, I've recently been doing quite a bit of cardio, so I take these classes at a gym called Orange Theory, and we do like half on the treadmill, half weights, and so it's like proper like working out,
so
like high intensity interval training.
That's really cool. And do you find that helps you with like your stamina on the pole and stuff?
It does, but I also I think one thing that's lacking with pole. I mean, pole's great, and like I always say, it's like the gateway fitness. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people start into pole with no background in anything.
Sure.
And then they start doing pole and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do some yoga, maybe I'll do some stretching, maybe I'll do handstands, maybe I'll do aerial, maybe
Next
I'll start
minute they're a crazy circus artist.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It is true though, and for me, I didn't really do, I mean, I went to the gym and pole for me was like my cardio. And I love pole. It's so different to cardio. But now that I'm more into pole, I guess I'm exploring more fitness styles, which is really fun.
Yeah. And unless you're doing a lot of freestyling and routines, you may not get that cardio in, you know.
Have you ever seen how the Australians teach their classes?
With the warm-up and heels, with the kicking,
and they do like a routine every class.
Yeah.
And they're also fit, and that's why they're also fit, because they are hardcore.
Lean and
I went to just like a one-off class, and we did like a full-on routine, and it was amazing. I sweat. I had so much sweat. I was like, I feel like I've done a really good workout. And actually, like, although that style isn't very popular in the UK, for me, I loved it. It was so hard, but I love that.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, that's not as popular in the US either.
No.
Like we have. I think we have a tradition of like free dancing at the end of class, and I think it probably started with, because at S Factor they really focus on free dancing, so like half the class is like freestyling.
That's cool.
So we do that, but like in terms of routines, there's not a lot of that in the US. At least in LA. I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about the crazy cat ladiness. Have you always been a cat lover?
No, I was a dog person forever. Yeah.
And when did you get
pole cricket? So cricket was the name of my dog that I had growing up.
Oh, okay.
And so I was a dog person through. I'm still a dog person. I'm just an animal.
You're still you're an animal person.
Yeah. So I'm a crazy cat lady and crazy dog lady. Like birds, I like turtles.
Yeah.
Like lizards.
Cool.
All animals.
Yeah, I mean, I have a dog and a cat, so I love both.
Mm.
But if you had to choose, would you choose cats?
No.
You won't.
I would.
No one's
gonna
make me choose.
Why would I choose?
Well, you're gonna hate the quick fire questions. Which leads me to the quick fire questions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab out my quick fire questions, which is under the bed. Oh, okay. So, cats or dogs? So you couldn't choose, but if what have you had more of over the years?
Cats.
More cats. Sweet or savoury?
Sweet.
Same answer as me, which no one has said so far. Night owl or early bird?
These days, early bird.
Oh really? And what do you call early? At what time are we talking?
Well, I've been training at the studio from like 8 to 10:30.
Wow,
in the
okay, so
morning.
quite early. So you're having to
Yeah.
get up around 6ish, was it?
No.
Like half 6,
I've been training
7?
at B-Spine. It's 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, okay. So
getting
maybe
up
like
at 7. Getting up at 7.
Quickly
15.
running down to the studio.
Mm.
Cool. And then dry hands or mighty grip?
Dry hands.
Brass or chrome?
Chrome.
Leather or PVC?
PVC for the animal friendliness.
Yes. London or Vegas?
London.
One pillow or two pillows?
One. Very flat pillow.
A very flat pillow?
Mm.
Does it hurt your neck otherwise?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I recently read that book, Move Your DNA, and I'm trying to move away from
Pillows completely.
pillows and
Well, we were talking to
cushion
Ken,
mattresses.
who's obviously a chiropractor,
Yeah.
and he was like, no, don't sleep with pillows.
yeah.
He says
I'm
really
graduating to no
bad. Yeah,
pillows.
which is good.
Yeah.
Big spoon or little spoon?
Big spoon.
Big spoon. Channing Tatum or Brad Pitt?
Channing Tatum.
He's gorgeous, isn't he?
But really neither.
Oh, they're not your type. What would be your type if you were to choose a celebrity who does it for you?
Michael Fassbender.
Which is...
He's half German, half English.
Is he in a movie or anything?
He was in the Tarantino
I probably know who you mean.
Nazi movie. He played the German. He was in 8 Years a Slave.
Oh wait, hold on. I think 8 Years a Slave.
He's a Magneto, right? Isn't he like the young Magneto and X-Men?
I think I know who you mean, but I don't watch a lot of the movies that he's
Watch
in.
him.
But yeah, okay, so he's a bit of
Yes.
a bit of Natasha Wang. And then Beyonce or Lady Gaga? Not into that type of music at all? No.
But more Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Love a Lunge Wednesday or Sunday Bum Day? Do you know what Love a Lunge Wednesday is? It's Charlotte Robertson's. Right, I'm here to raise awareness of Love a Lunge Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, love a lunge. Yeah, not love a lunch, although I do love a lunch.
Okay.
I love a nice big lunch. No, Love a Lunge Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I take a picture of me doing a lunge, and it's the thing that Charlotte Robertson started off as a joke, and I have decided to make it a massive thing with her.
That's really cute.
So yeah, so next Wednesday, make sure you do a lunge and tag Charlotte Robertson for me.
Okay.
But are you a fan of Sunday Bum Day?
I think I've only taken 1 or 2.
Oh, so you're not like an avid you don't do it every
I don't
Sunday.
really have a bum, so
You're like,
really
I have no
highlight
bum.
Yeah.
Wine or champagne?
Wine.
Front splits or middle splits?
Front. But I just got my middle splits like a year ago.
Amazing.
And I love my middle splits.
Rainbow Marchenko or spatchcock?
Handsprings?
No, but like if you
I
could
can't
do
do
either
rainbow.
of them.
If I could, like, what would I prefer if I could do? I would love to do a rainbow, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Cool. So, oh, there was one last one on here actually. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
I think that's such a it's so funny. If we'd asked that maybe like 3 years ago, it would have obviously been like Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think Instagram was definitely still around then, but like it's become such a big thing now, hasn't
Yeah.
it? And do you like the 1 minute videos now or no?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I love
Because it means you can post combos and you don't have to like speed them up to
Yeah.
like 50,000
Yeah,
times
and then
more.
you can't really see it.
So I'm going to introduce you to the plug of No Shame.
Okay.
So this is the plug of No Shame. This is an English plug, by the way. We couldn't get hold of an American one. So basically, once you've put the plug into the plug of No Shame, we want you to plug everything Natasha Wang. We want to know what you're selling, where we can buy it, where we can follow you, where you live, so we can stalk you, everything.
Awesome.
Ready?
Okay.
The other way.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
go for it. We want to know.
All right, so
But you told me about a new company. Tell me about this
yes,
first.
okay. So I launched this company called Xpur. And the back says pole dance with your cat. So it's a company that my partner Arlo Reston and I started. Our Kickstarter launched yesterday. So we're basically exploring the intersection between cats and pole dancers.
Cool.
So our first product is called the Xpur stage pole, and it's a scratching post that looks like an X stage. And then we have a
So our camera lady who's standing behind the camera right now is like, oh my god, I need to buy this. Do you know what's so funny is so many pole dancers are crazy about cats.
I know.
And it's so weird, isn't it? Like, I mean, a lot of them have dogs as well, but like, a lot of pole dancers, and it's become a bit of a like funny thing that a lot of cats tend to walk past the home pole videos, which is so funny.
Yeah, so that's the idea. So
you're like, starting off with that product
We're starting off with that product. We have the Xpur pole cleaner, which is a catnip spray. So you spray it on your pole.
Yes.
But we have a whole bunch of other stuff coming down the line. It's super fun. And
that would be so cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a cat scratching post that's in the shape of a pole.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's got like a stage
idea.
with like the graphics. We've like hand dyed the rope to make it look like chrome.
Yeah.
There's a little disco ball hanging off the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really
like
cute.
yeah, because obviously the ones that they have the little balls on them, don't they? So that's
Do they?
really cute. Yeah, because I have one at home that's like
An X stage with a disco ball?
No. No, the cat scratching post. But that actually, X-Pole, if you want that idea, call me. I'll help you with that one. But yeah, no, obviously like the cat scratching posts normally sometimes have like something hanging out with it. So that's so clever.
Yeah.
And so where are you going to be touring over the next sort of like
Wait, but can I just say?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so our Kickstarter launched yesterday.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to support, please, we're trying to raise money to
Give
get
us the website.
this stuff into production. It's just xpur.com. xpurr.com, and then it'll go.
Is there a Facebook page?
There is, yeah, just
Xpur again.
I think it's
Make sure you look that up, people, for all your cat and pole friendlies that our camera lady is looking it up now. So, tell me about where you're going to be touring and stuff, where you're teaching workshops. Obviously, you're here teaching workshops at Expo. Where else are you going to be? Are you touring like Europe again, or?
I am.
Cool.
So when I go home from Vegas, I have like 3 days at home, and then I'm going to Mallorca to judge Pole Arts Spain.
Amazing.
And then from there, I come back home for a spell, and then I head off to New York to judge USPDF.
Cool.
And then I stay in New York for a week, and I'm going to do Marlo's Flow teacher training.
Cool.
Which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
And then, Christy, where else am I going?
Christy will know.
Well, then I go to...
In between there, you're going to the New England Pole Championships.
Oh yeah, New England Pole Championships in Boston.
Yeah.
To judge, and then I go to Europe in October.
November.
So loads of crazy places. So you're everywhere. Amazing. And where can we stalk you on Facebook and Instagram? So Pole Cricket Instagram.
Pole Cricket on Instagram.
And Facebook is just Natasha Wang.
Natasha. I think it's Natasha Pat Wang, my middle name. I think one, but if you look up Natasha Wang,
just look up Natasha Wang. So make sure you follow her on Instagram and Facebook. She's always doing the best combos ever. I'm always copying her stuff. I'm always tagging her. I'm like, inspired by Natasha Wang, inspired by Natasha Wang. So she's always doing cool stuff. And if you haven't been to any of her workshops yet, you must go to her workshops because she teaches the best. And I've been to obviously your Expo workshops before, and I've had so much fun. So yeah. So we have a little gift for you, and this is from one of our sponsors. So Dragonfly, thank you Dragonfly for sponsoring us today. So this is one of their sets that they have, and they have loads of really cool sets. They have like scrunchy bums, they have these sets as well, and really nice comfortable material. I have the men's shorts obviously, I don't wear these, but yeah, they're amazing, really, really comfortable. So
yeah,
this is your gift from them.
Thank you! I have so much from them, I'm obsessed with them.
And if you want to purchase the same set as Natasha, you can go onto their website and you can receive 10% discount by using the code INBED. That's code INBED, all in capital letters, and you can have 10% discount off of your first order. So thank you so much for coming onto the show today. It was lovely to see you, and obviously I'm going to see you over the next couple of days anyway.
Yes.
But until next time, everyone at home, see you later guys. Bye.